Boom! The music gets me every time. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fun edition of Tuesday with Todd. Now, this one is going to be a little different. Let me turn this banner off here. Once you get here, stop in, say hello, how are you, all that fun stuff. But this one's going to be a little different. As most of you know, it is the holiday season, and it's Crazy Town today. So being Crazy Town today, nothing that I wanted to do actually came in to do. Still waiting on UPS, even though they've been here already. So we'll see how that plays out. We got last minute projects finished up. I still have more to do, but I didn't have time to set cameras up and move it over there so we could show it there. So I knew I was working on a year-end review. So I figured what better thing to do than a year-end review. Talk about what we've done this year, what we saw, what we've accomplished, what we've went through, and hopefully give a little insight on what you have done. Hey, glad for stopping by. I think it should be a fun, quick little show. 12 months should be pretty easy to get through. But if you know us, it can go through, things are a little crazy. Now, something that I am seeing is that there's like 0 comments. I mean, I take that back. There's 2 people commenting. I've got Jerry. Hello, Jerry. Thanks for stopping by. And Aaron. Aaron's here. Can you see him now? Yeah. Let's try this. Yeah. But that's it. So I'm assuming that anybody else who is commenting that might be on the Facebook side, Facebook just doesn't play nice sometimes. So your best bet is if you head over to one of our YouTube channels of youtube.com/FatDadWholesale, or if you head over to liveosg.com, that'll get you over to our Facebook feeds. And that way, we'll actually see who you are, where you're calling from, and all that fun stuff. Because other than that, legitly, there's more. Everything's coming. Maybe now it's just starting to pop up in places. Because there we go. Becky, thank you for your class on the skinny tumblers. About extras is suggested to mess up, but I did not. Thank you for going through the trials and error for a benefit. That's what I love to hear. Because, hey, you bought extras because there's a chance you could mess up. So you didn't have to stress about it. Now, today I did have to stress over a few things because they were legit the last ones that I had. I had a 0 number for inventory, but I knew that I had some in back just in case, and I sure enough did. And that's stressful when you are down to slim pickings on stuff and you're this close. And on what I had were the keyring holders, and there are a 0 anywhere. So it was a trying day. Terry, hello. Thanks for stopping by. Sandra, thank you for stopping by. Rachel, good to see you. Kristen, hello. Is this better? Yes, I can totally see you here. Renee, what about here? Look at that. Everybody's coming through on the tube. Aaron's here on the tube. This is great because Facebook user FU. I mean, that's Facebook user, not FU as our future you party, which we can talk about that too. But I don't know who this is. So if you head over to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give them the permission, then you should be able to see who this is coming from. Now, the only way I know for sure to see who it's coming from is on the YouTube side, because Facebook, as I learned last week, I didn't get a lot of comments and people thought I was ignoring them. It wasn't. It's totally a Facebook move. See, like this, here's another Facebook user. Ooh, hello. I don't know, so I'll give you a hello. So it looks like you can see comments on Facebook OSG, but not Fat Dad, but nor Fat Dad W, Fat Dad Wholesale, or on in the Business Basics group. I don't know. So that's why I think we're going to go with Valerie. Hello. So we'll get that banner out of the way. But yeah, if you head down to liveosg.com, you'll be able to find us over there. So I say we get right into this fun year-end review, and we talk about how this year went. Now, I know some people are going to argue that 2020 is a horrible year and they cannot wait to get rid of it. But, on one side of it, I think 2020 was a pretty good year. Let's just start there was a lot of chaos going on. And, in chaos, that drives you to kind of make changes. If you were one singular focus and that focus went away, you had to pivot or you failed. So, it got a lot of people changing things, and we'll talk about what we did and how we got through it. But we had a lot of good things happen from this year, and I would hope that, when you look back on it, that as bad of a year as it may have been, there was probably a lot of good in it as well. Let's see. Yes, your feelings were hurt, and it wasn't me. It was totally there. Joe's usually on Facebook. I couldn't even see him. So, yeah, that's what it is. Teresa, yeah, there it is. YouTube, I see you right there. Dale, I see each month was a dog year in 2020. Yeah, I think, we're on March 332nd, I think is what we figured out. Commented on, there it is. We didn't see it, but now you can see it on OSG. Yeah, Facebook is just weird like that, so I don't know where it's coming from. And there's a hi, Joe, from Renee. And so let's get into it. So January started, remember way back when, January 2020? For us, it started with we didn't know what we were going to do. We debated the last quarter of last year if we were going to have the shop open. We were getting to a point where we were doing so much more online, and the shop was taking up such a big part of our time. Because you got to remember, when you have a retail storefront, yes, you're going to have more exposure. You're going to get more people coming in. You're going to have more sales. Those are all things that you're going into it thinking. But what you kind of forget is, with all that comes, you're tied to that place. So if your hours are 10 to 6, you're there 10 to 6. You're not making changes and going to do things because you have to be there for your customers, or you have to hire somebody to be there for your customers. Speaking to customers, when you have those, customers are one of your biggest time sucks as well, too, because for every one customer that buys something, us being in the mall location, we probably had 10 that didn't. And if they're not buying anything, they're just wasting time. And I know that's a bad thing to say, but at the same time, yeah, that's what they're doing, is wasting time, because you're not producing, you're not selling, you're not doing anything. You're just wasting time. And so that's where, you really have to think about that when you want to have a retail location. Is you got to make sure that there's always somebody there during those hours that you stated. Because if not, people are going to get tired of, here it is, I showed up at 10 o'clock because his hours are 10 to 6 and he's not here till 11. Or they come, at 6 o'clock because you're open 10 to 6 or 10 to 7 and you closed early that day. So you really have to think about those things. And in January was when our lease was up, and we kind of thought on it of what are we going to do? How are we going to change things up? And what can we do to make things better? In January, one of the things that we got involved in was with Equid. Anybody knows me, they know I'm a big proponent of Equid. I love how you can get into a free site for 10 products and just, free sites, 10 products. Why not? You can set up so much with that. And so we had an affiliate program with Equid. In fact, in the links we're going to have links to all the things that we're associated with it. So, having that kind of pushed us, here, this is what we're going to start doing, things that we like and we like to do. We're going to work with people that we want to, because coming into 2020, end of 2019 was kind of an odd year, the way that it ended out. There was a falling out with some people, and I wanted to make sure I proved to myself that what they said wasn't true, and I did it within the first month. So we knew, going forward, this is our plan. We're going to do as much as we can to help people. And from that, January started OSG. Our success group started off with our first 5 keys, an amazing process that we went through for 5 weeks, of helping businesses, find, they figured out how to do pricing. They figured out how to figure out their overhead, some marketing, their follow-up, their production. We put that program together, and super proud of how it all turned out. We did, our core has changed slightly over the last year because it's been refined. It was before we wanted to help 1,000 businesses reach $100,000 in sales. That's not success to every people. They have different views of it. So, we kept going at it until we found the perfect one. And it's to provide the resources for people, your businesses, to find success. So that's the long and short of it. We want to help as many people as possible to find success. And OSG definitely has played a huge part in that. So that started in January. We did that. That went off so well. We're like, hey, let's do a monthly training program. So that was built out, and that's been going on all year. We did 2 more 5 keys, and we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary. And we're actually doing a future you party, which you'll be able to find the link. And I think I have the link down below in this as well in the description. If not, we'll add that to it. So January, things were still looking up. We always know first quarter is a little iffy. You're coming out of the holidays, you start planning for, your Valentine's Day, your spring sports, your summer, you start getting everything out there because you always want to be those 3 months out. So January, we just know is slow, and we just kind of, we take that as our breather. Now, I'm going to check some comments. I'm going to go, here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a month in review, check comments, month in review, check comments. January was forever ago. Look at that, Trish. Swap to YouTube so you can see my comments. Yeah, happy Merry Christmas there. We can see you there. Curtis, hello, good to see you. Ree, Good to see you. And Kristen, seems like it was a year. It was almost a year ago. Not years, but there. Facebook user, FU. I don't know who you are. Facebook user is FU. If you head over to StreamYard.com/Facebook, you can give them permission, or if you just join us over at liveosg.com. And while you're on the YouTube channels, hit that like and subscribe button, ring the bell, so that guess what? When we go live, you're going to be notified of it, and whoa, then we don't have to go through this all the time. Dale says, a storefront with lots of traffic can be a boost to your business, and it can also be a boat anchor. That is correct. Because, like I said, you're bringing, if you don't have somebody else in there, your production is coming down. So you got to think about that. Your production coming down, now it's actually costing you more. Because, when we set up with the 5 keys on how to plan for your business and how to launch and grow your business, one of the things is overhead. So you could factor in, this is what it costs me when I'm doing business in my house. And I can project with the simple formulas. If I want to move into a brick and mortar, I can put those numbers in place of what it would be and know, hey, this is what I need to charge to be in there. So yeah, it's definitely a two-way street on that. UPS dropped off done. Glad you're able to find that. January was just about a decade ago. Terry, good to see you. And Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to all. So that, my friends, was January. We're still deciding, our lease is up. What are we going to do? Here we're going. OSG started. I could see where I wanted to go with stuff. And we rolled right into February. Now, February came. And guess what? Our lease was up. We still didn't have a lease. So we're in limbo. We didn't know what for sure, what we wanted to do, where we wanted to go. And February, I just kind of took the month off. We were planning for the wedding. We got married on Corey and I on February 29th down in Mexico. So we knew we had that coming up. We're trying to figure out what we were going to do with the store here. What are we going to do? And we kind of were like, I don't know. We'll put some stuff out there and we'll see what happens. We kind of told them what we wanted to do. The mall wasn't 100% sure about it. So we went back and forth. But long story short, February we did not open the gate at all because we didn't have a lease, and we knew if we opened that lease or opened that gate, then hey, we're gonna owe for this because hey, this is what's going on now. We have it open. So we're getting ready for we're getting ready for the wedding, and why we're getting ready for the wedding and getting the planning and last stuff done. There's this little thing called COVID that they were talking about over in China. What the hell COVID is? But it's something to do with bats. I think they were eating bats, man. Ozzy Osbourne did that 30 years ago, 40 years or whatever. He turned out fine. I don't know what they're doing. And the miracle of building a hospital in 7 days, and that was it. COVID, whatever. Well, we don't have to worry about that. So that was going on. We're planning for it. And actually, when we get down to Mexico there in February, and we actually did work. We worked on with a couple different people on some websites. We did some marketing with somebody else. We did a couple lives. It was a good fun time, and then we got married. So hey, that was a great thing. So February is just kind of our inventory month. We went through and saw what we had, what we were going to need, if we're going to downsize or not, where we were going to put things, how we were going to do it, and that became a planning thing. So February 25th, while we were in Mexico, we got an email with a lease option, and it was very favorable terms. And we thought, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and stick it out. Let's stick it out another year, and that way we can plan for the exit or whether we were moving back home or purchasing a commercial building. Let's go ahead and do it for one more year, and then we'll worry about that later. Hey, we've had great luck here at the mall. Things are going good. We just had a great holiday season. We've got stuff already lined up for baseball and softball and summer events. Then we'll go right into the school and football, and we've got stuff lined up every month. This is going to be a great year. Let's go ahead and do it. We're ready to roll. So we said, yep, let's go ahead and do it. We signed that lease. Emailed it back from Mexico and said, hey, all right, we're going to do another store. We'll stick around for it. And then we got married February 29th. Amazing. That, my friends, was February. We just kind of took it off, relaxed, trying to plan for the future. 2020 was going to be an amazing year with great potential behind it because, each year we had grown and grown and grown. So why not? Let's try it again and see what we get. And Renee has an amazing question. Will I celebrate the anniversary on 2/28 or 3/1? We might celebrate it. There's a date that Renee might know of that we might celebrate it, but I am not going to celebrate the actual until 229. So 4 more years, then we'll celebrate our first anniversary. The rest of it, we'll see how it all pans out there. A man isn't complete until he's married. Then he is finished. Mae West. I was so finished the first time. I thought, you know what? I should do it again. Why not? Once is fun, twice is amazing. That's it. No more marriages here. And Ozzy Osbourne, and he turned out to be fine. Didn't seem to match up, right? I mean, look, he got a reality show on MTV. It was an amazing thing. So COVID shouldn't have been anything from some bats. So that was February. Now we roll into March. Now, March is when we should have been doing our softball and our baseball and all of our fun stuff like that. Now, we get back in March. What do we get back? It was like March 5th we got back. It was on a Wednesday when we got back. And I planned on having the store open on March 7th, on that Saturday. And then I realized, man, there is a lot of work to do. I don't know if this is physically possible to do. So we just might push it back a week. And then my friend, Mr. Aaron Montgomery, decides to say, hey, we're coming up there for your grand opening, so you need to be open. Awesome, buddy. Thanks for that. So yes, we did everything we could, and we opened. We opened. We opened. There was still a ton of stuff to do, but we managed to open up. Aaron and Kylene showed up. They brought Lewis along and saw the store. From there, we went and had some good tacos, and then we had some good ice cream, and everything was still there. Now, those I opened up there, and then I had that week coming back, it was, hey, this COVID thing is starting to sound like, something really might be going on, man. Why don't people just stay home? That's what they're saying. Stay home so you can do this, so everything will stay fine and it'll stop the spread and we'll be fine. And then the world stopped on March 17th, at least here in Illinois, because that's when we shut down. That was it. We weren't open. At that point, it was like, okay, how long is this going to last? We'll be fine. Guess what? Things rapidly declined. Within the first week, we had, I think we ended up losing a total of 27 baseball and softball teams, organizations, because things started canceling. So there was no softball, there was no baseball, there was no spring sports. The ones that done early, we got all their stuff out to them, and hey, sorry, we're getting, you ordered it, we had it on order, we got our stuff to you. There's not much we can do. You paid for it, we have it on order, we got this, we got it back to you. Because remember, they were still in that early stage. Yeah, things are going to be fine. And then they said, guess what? We're closing schools too. Whoa, what? Now I got to turn into a teacher? Man, I don't know about this, because I wasn't the greatest student, and now you want me to teach my kids? And, oh wait, you're not going to grade them either? Oh, come on. What is up with this? So we did our best to kind of keep the faith that everything was going to turn around and be fine. And it wasn't. It never really matured beyond that. Things, more and more things canceled the further we got into March. So one of the great things is that we had, our success group. So we're still doing our bi-weekly trainings on that. We started a daily live where Aaron and I went live every day. I think we did that for 6 weeks or so, where we were live every day, just hey, let you know we're here to help you. We're here to help you grow. We want to be as, supportive of you as we can during these trying times, because nobody really knew, what to do. We just knew we were going to be here for each other, be here for you guys. You guys are going to be here for us, and together we would get through this. That was March. That was the start of it all. So we've got through January, we've got through February, we've got through March. Where are we at with this? I don't think he caught it either. I don't think he caught COVID. Yeah, I guess it's all on how the bats prepared. Bat soup, I think you're fine on. Had no idea if you're not planning. If I knew we were going for the grand opening on the 7th. Yeah, we just, because everything happened so quick with the lease and not getting anything there, we should have had that lease before we left. We should have had it within that first week of February, but it just kept getting passed back and forth. So we really didn't have a plan. So while we were, in Mexico, and once that lease was signed, The kids moved everything over for us, while we were there those last 3 days, and then we came back and put a store together just so we could open it because Aaron came. And like I said, we were open 10 days before we were shut down, and it was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. And you were there. You were there to support us, and that's when I was like, yeah, everything is going to be fine. We'll get through this, no problem. Tacos and ice cream, amazing. 2 different places, yeah. Although they do have the pizza and tacos together. Maybe we'll have to try that next time. So that gets us through March. So now we get into April. April is rolling around and spring's starting to look nice. We should start planning for sports. And guess what? There's no sports, man. Wow, we're really not going to do sports. And there's no school. What's going to happen with graduations? What's going to happen with all the stuff that we did before? So we didn't know. So we had to, as a business as a whole, we had to pivot. We started producing more signs, more banners, more anything that we knew we could print out that traditionally we had done, but more on the side, as an add-on. Hey, yeah, we can do this banner. Yeah, we can do yard signs for you. We can do this, and that really helped us, get through some trying times there. Offering, graduation banners, graduation signs. That was that time of year. Hey, let's get some stuff out there because here's April, May, June. When is this going to end? Let's do as much as we can right now. April was complete chaos. We didn't know how long things were going to last. So a lot of things that we had on the table that were planned for spring and summer were just being postponed a couple weeks. So we had orders lined up. We already had them ready to go. What are we going to do? How are things going to work out? And everybody was just kind of in a hold pattern. Well, what do we do? Do we go ahead and order this stuff? Or you guys want to wait on it? And we didn't want to pressure anybody into ordering as much as we wanted their order because we didn't want to have to issue any refunds if things came back. We didn't want to have to, be putting people out, for events that wasn't going to happen. We wanted to work as close with people as we could to let them know, hey, we're there with you. Which then brings us, I believe, April, May. So when there was the Good For You campaigns, that's when those took off too, which we were selling shirts for $20. 10 of it went back to the business. We weren't really making much of anything. It was basically to keep us busy, to keep us out there, and to help other businesses as well. That was, there at the end of April was when we really started pushing that. So I think we did close to just under $5,000 for businesses in that first month of able to give back to them. So not a huge amount by any means compared to what some had done, but it did help us out there. There's already an established screen print place in the area. They were only doing $15 a shirt, and they were only giving $5 back to the businesses. But they had a big sales team, and they were going out there getting everybody. And so we started to focus on the smaller ones that they weren't, and we were able to help provide for them, and it helped us out too because we met a lot of good people and good restaurants through it that we continue to visit and spend money with to this day. So it was something that gave you that push, that little boost, and help you through that. At this time, we thought things were going to end soon. So what can we do? How can we do it? Hey, we can do signs for people. We can do banners for people. Let's do this Good For You campaign. So ours was QC Strong. We'll put that in here. We'll give them back. And what was funny was some of the places actually said, hey, so we need to order stuff for our store. We need to order signs and banners, saying that we do pickup or deliveries. Can we use some of that money that's coming in there to purchase these things? Well, absolutely. So in a way, we got to kind of double dip. We got to sell them stuff, and then they use that money to purchase back for us. So it was a win across the boards for all of us. And to me, I think it was great. It was definitely, a learning experience of how can you pivot to help something. Because this time, even masks, for us, we really hadn't messed with a whole lot because I wasn't sure. I'm like, man, there's all these masks, and I couldn't tell you the hundreds of samples of masks that I got in that were just bad masks. Even one that I thought was a good one, and I reordered it, and it was a completely different mask. And they're like, "Sorry, this is what's going on." So it was a trying time even for that. So I didn't want to offer a product that I wasn't sure, if I was going to be consistent with it, and that was scary enough to do in itself. So April was that transition month. Okay, it's time to pivot. It's time to do this. We are going to change things up because we really need to be able to push this off and change things up from here. So we got through April. And as Aaron, and we'll talk about this later. Should have ordered fleece back in April. Yeah, for the amount that we bought in masks. I mean, if we would have ordered those in fleece, we could have probably tripled our money right now and been amazing, because that's a whole other thing we'll talk about here. So that gets us through April. Now, mind you, during April, we still continue to grow OSG. We're still working on it. We're still going to keep pushing through it. And that, excuse me, that was a continual build. Keep building OSG. Keep doing what we can. Keep pushing through it there. So that gets us through April. Now we're into May. Guess what? May shows up. Still no sports. Woo! And we're getting close to our things going to be shut down. This is when our little league and our softball leagues, that's when they were kind of on the fence about it. What's going to happen? What's going to go there? And lo and behold, they weren't there. So at this point, this is when we really started to focus. We found masks that we could get in at, that were consistent. So that was amazing. We pivoted, and from as we were going through graduations, we pushed more of the birthday stuff. Here's the birthday signs, the birthday banners, Mother's Day stuff. It was what can we do to put in the yard, because people weren't meeting up. What can we give to them to push them and show here's our support, here's their support. How can we do it? Signs and banners really did well for us, and that's when we started in with the masks. May was just was tough. Cinco de Mayo, I remember sitting in a driveway with people separated in their own little areas, and that's how we celebrated Cinco de Mayo. Our traditional taco bar wasn't what it was. It was cold, it was rainy. We weren't sure what was going to become of it, but we were going to do our best to survive and keep pushing through it. So May was it. We get to a point where a lot of these just start pulling in together. So we went from May, right? Because we April, May, and we go right into June. June, guess what? Still no sports, and at this point, summer sports are done. So we weren't going to have baseball. We weren't going to have softball. So all of our banner programs that we do for outfields, those were done. All of our sports uniforms and things like that, done. It was all of our local business was that we had traditionally done. Weddings at that time, here in Illinois, you weren't supposed to have, I think at that time, more than 50 people. It might have been 25. So weddings were getting postponed. Some of the places couldn't be open. So it wasn't anything. There was just nowhere to celebrate. So people weren't celebrating, is what can we do and how can we push things? And we stuck with our same stuff. Here we're going to do signs and banners. We're trying to put more stuff out there. We're still running our Good For You campaigns, our QC Strong. We're still doing that. And we're breaking even. We're not doing anything spectacular by any means. We just know at that point it's going to be it's going to be a tough year. We're going to take it month by month, day by day to see what happens, and hopefully restrictions get loosened and that vaccine shows up, or it just goes away and everything turns out fine, and we just wake up and it's all over. Never did happen. So we continued to do what we were good at. How can we help people? Let's keep growing OSG. That's where we knew that we had a captive audience that was going through the same thing that we were going through, and how can we help them grow? Here's what we're doing. Here's how we're staying afloat. Here's the things that we're doing. We're taking better pictures. We're doing better product descriptions. We're marketing more. We're doing more grassroots efforts of here's what you need to do to go out and get that business, because this time everybody's fighting for that same dollar. You have to separate yourself to be different. What makes you better than the guy down the road? How can you help them more than the next person? So, some of those margins had to come down in order to get the business, because if not, other places were getting it. So you really had to know your numbers to know what you could get away with and what you could not get away with on there. So June, that's it. June's there. Now we go into July. Now July rolls through, and hey, it's gonna get hot. This virus is going away. Yeah, sure it is. But the good thing that we had in July is, everybody was thinking, okay, we're good with this. This is how things are going to work. We're going to be set up for fall sports. So we started our football organization that's got with us. Excuse me. And we started setting some stuff for that. We picked out jerseys. We're like, we're gonna be good with it. Now they held off on the jerseys because we usually don't do that until after camp and registration is done, so that way they know what sizes people are. We did a couple orders with them. They did some spirit cards. They did some posters. They did some odds and ends stuff. But we were gung ho, because once football started up, then we knew that, hey, that was going to be the nice what is it? The pump in the vein, to help start bringing things back. Fall sports, we're just going to limp through summer. Fall sports will come back, and we're going to hit that, and in next month, and we're going to be great with it. Everything is going to turn out fine. School will start back up. We'll be able to do our school fundraisers. We'll be able to do everything, and just like that, we'll be back. So, you know what, July. Yeah, let's just have some fun in July. Let's see what we can do. So July happened. We had big plans for August. We thought everything was going to go there. Let's get right into August. August happens, and guess what? School decides. So we were not going back to school, at least not full time. You're only going to go a couple days for a couple hours. We are at this point. We have already ordered stuff for football, and we've done some stuff for them. And football is told while they're practicing and while they're still doing signups that you guys are done. We're postponing you until it's January until February, I think, is when they're going to get postponed to. So it could happen. We don't know yet, but so fall sports got postponed. That was fun, because that was what we were looking forward to. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're going to reopen. Everything is going to be great. No, fall sports were canceled in August. Schools, guess what? We're teaching again. Only this time it's kind of some grade work, and kind of they're going to help you out. And we don't really know what's going to happen. We're just going to do the best that we can with it. And in August was okay. What are we doing? Because so far, at this point, the last stuff that we did was some of our softball and baseball teams that ordered early in January and February, for their stuff so they could have it at the beginning of March. That was the last stuff we did for people. We tried to do things here and there because with us being a border state, when sometimes they could go across the river and they could do tournaments over there. So we do one-off stuff for a weekend. But as far as the big orders that we had traditionally had, the ones $5,000-$10,000 orders, they just weren't there. They just dried up because there was nothing going on. We couldn't in our area. So August, we kind of had to think, okay, what are we going to do? And we still kept on there at the same thing, signs, banners, what are we going to push with this? And during all of this, we had been focusing more on our online content. We were focusing more on our online business, what we could do. We were directing people to the website. They can place orders through there. Here, buy your gifts. Here's your things that you can buy. Here's your shirts. Here's everything that you need. And then even on our wholesale side, we started bringing more of that. Here's the different materials. Here's the different options. What can we do on that? And our online business really held it together for us through all of this, which, going into the year, that was why I was kind of on the fence about, do we really need, a storefront? Our online business is doing well enough for us. We've converted a lot of our customers to online, and the only thing they were coming to the store for was pickup. So can we go ahead and keep pushing that? Can we do pickups? Can we do drop-offs? Can we, do a free delivery fee? How can we do that? And so in the fall, we started looking more at that. We knew going into the holiday season that it was going to be a mess. So let's start figuring that stuff out there. So that was August, hey, what do we do? August came and went, and we go right into September. So now September comes around, and that's when we started to change our focus and go towards on our printing side of the holiday stuff, where we knew for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas coming up that we could do really well with our pattern HTV, our adhesive craft vinyl, and our thank you stickers. So let's start pushing those for people. So that was just another stream of revenue to bring in to keep things afloat. Also in August or in September, that's when I learned that I am not a good online teacher for school-age children of material that I don't understand. I'm not saying I don't understand it, but the way they were teaching it, Common Core math, get out of here. Let me show you how we did it, and we're good. We're rocking and rolling with that. Some of the stuff, with the specialists in that music, I'm not a singer, so I cannot help with that. Some of the athletic activity I could have helped, but some of the way they were explaining it was just bad, and it was because the teachers didn't know any better. They hadn't done online learning before, so traditionally what worked in class wasn't working online, and so being an online parent, you were able to help develop that. Just give them feedback. They didn't know what they were doing. Hell, we didn't know what we were doing. How can we help each other out? Also in September, that's when we started up our affiliate with the Rhinestone World. So if you don't know what the Rhinestone World is, I just completely lost my train of thought there. magnificent company that specializes there in vinyl for heat transfer, sign, and rhinestones. Tremendous training with it. They have a great design program. The Design Wizard, which is a macro to Corel Draw. So you do need Corel Draw to be able to use it, able to cut down on your design time, able to basically take a bunch of steps and turn them into a few. So we had an affiliate program with them, and they still have that. We've got that link down in the bio or down in the description as well. And that helped some things as well. It helped get, to show some legitimacy to what we do, to help with companies, to help with people, to help out, because we want to be able to offer as many tools that we can to people to help them succeed. So that was September. So from September, we went right into October. We're still pushing Halloween stuff, but we know, as soon as the 31st rolls, we're going to start banging out Christmas stuff, throwing a little Thanksgiving things in there. But we're really, here's the pattern vinyl, here's the stuff that we're going to do. What can we do to help push things there? So while we were still pushing our Halloween stuff, we were building our Christmas inventory, our Christmas catalog of here's the things that we're going to offer for it. And we started, because now as we get into November and December, you'll see where I'm going with that. So it was here. This is what we're going to do now. We're going to push this. So we pushed that. Our Spangle transfers, we knew coming up on those. Holidays are always good around those. Let's keep pushing on that. So we started putting more on there. We really focused on the things that we're good at, which was the Spangle transfers, the printed HTV, decals, signs, banners, magnets. Those are things that we were really good at. Let's keep the focus on those and let's keep pushing it. So that's what we did. And the online thing had just been tremendous. We didn't need the storefront. Here we are in October and our store has only been open 10 days. Yeah. So since, when March happened, even to this day, we're still only been open 10 days. We've done everything online, and we're still paying and still doing what we can, but that's just one of the breaks of it. Being open those 10 days kind of made me think, I definitely did not need to do them all. The online is where it's at, and this, put us towards that. So October, one of the other things that came out of October was Johnson Plastic Plus. We got into talks with them, and we were able to get an affiliate program with them as well. The affiliate code for them is also down in the description, and then you can get 10% off. So it's another way for us to be able to find a resource, to be able to help others. And that's what we're all about, is how can we help other people grow their business and become successful in their business. And anytime we have a chance to do that and partner with a company that is willing to do that as well, we're definitely going to take them up on that opportunity, and we're going to do that. So far for the year, we've got, with Equid, we've got with the Rhinestone World, and we've got with Johnson Plastic Plus. So we're doing good. I think, as months go on, we're going to try and get to as many companies that we can that are going to offer great programs to you as well to help you grow, because that's what we like to do. So November 1st rolls around. And here we go. Aaron lays it out there to provide resources that empower business owners to achieve their idea of success. That is 100% true. Because one of the things that we did in the fall with the 5 keys was the roadmap to 12 weeks. I have to go back and read it, but we provided a marketing calendar for 12 weeks leading right up to this week here of Christmas. Here's step by step what you can do to increase your sales, to increase your awareness. And that was the thing all this year, from the beginning of the year, the summer, now the fall, we had 3 sets of OSG, and those 5 keys that we did in those, along with the training in between each one of those sets, was there to help develop people, to help them become more confident in themselves and their business, to become more successful with it too. So that's what we did. We empowered those business owners to achieve their idea of success. And we'll continue to do that. That's the pledge that I'm always going to make to you, is that we're always going to do what we feel is right by you. What can we do to help you out? So November hits, and it's Christmas. This is what we're going to do. We're going to start pushing them. We're going to start pushing. We're going to start pushing. So we started setting all of our stuff up to be online. Here's what we're going to offer. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to select these products. These things are the only things that we're going to do and promote, because we didn't want to have all this inventory of all these things. These are the things we're good at. These are the things we're going to do. These are the things we're going to promote. It'll be way easier that way. We'll throw out, we'll have our traditional, Santa sacks and ornaments, and we'll throw on some added, gifty items that people seem to love, and they sold out. I mean, we sold out of them, and the great thing was we sold out. And I had somebody today ask it, hey, is there any chance I get them? I'm like, sold out. I can't get them anymore because they're sold out too. So we planned well. Our inventory levels got us to where we needed to go. One thing I did not expect to happen was the fleece crisis, because traditionally we do really well from November and December by offering our ugly sweaters, by offering our business expenses or business attire, where they can do a hoodie and a t-shirt. Now we'll have a couple of hoodie packages depending on what they buy. You buy 25 hoodies, you're going to get 25 tees. You buy this, and it all centered on that hoodie. Yeah, good luck with that, right? Because nobody anticipated, seeing that coming. Yeah, they did. Back in the spring, people said you're going to start seeing the results of this or the effects of this come next fall, going into the winter, because of production and everything stopping, and then production turning over to masks. You're going to see those inventory levels drop. So get everything that you need. Sure. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm totally going to do that and order all the fleece that I can in July and August, because, I need it. So of course, that's just what happens. So we had to take a big chunk of stuff that we traditionally do, and that, is high dollar sales throughout that last quarter, and not be able to do it. And even now, looks like some of the stuff isn't going to, there's a place that we're doing something for next month, and they had selected 7 items, and of those 7 items, only 2 of them are in stock, and only one of them have stock levels that I'm comfortable with offering to them. And I showed them, like, here's the numbers on stuff, and they just couldn't believe it. And I was like, yeah, so here's the in stock dates of stuff, and some of that stuff isn't coming back in stock until like March 22nd. So yeah, be prepared for this. We sometimes you have to kick back what you want to offer, and it's just because it's not available. And knowing that in advance is definitely going to help you out. I need a drink. So, you have to, start thinking out those 3 months. So here we are in December 22nd. How has December been? Well, December, we were able to hook up with the good people over at Stalls and do an affiliate program with them. I've got that link down below. Stalls offers amazing products, amazing training. They're actually have a training that's starting up, I think, January 5th, to go through all the equipment that they have, all the product that they have, and what you can do and make with it. So, add some more to us. What else can, another resource that we can provide for people. And in January or in December, one of the things that we were working on was all the stuff for the next 3 months. Here's what we're having set up for Valentine's Day. Here's what we have set up for Leprechaun Day. What is that? What is that called? Not Leprechaun Day. St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. So we're putting together, and then we have spring right there. So we're getting our patterns together. We're getting our thank you stickers. We're getting all of that set up. So here, probably January 2nd or so, 3rd, somewhere in that first week of January, we're going to drop all those. So we keep planning to be, that quarter out. So when this goes to this goes to that, this goes to this, that goes to that. We also decided that, hey, we're going to see what this DTF is all about. This direct to film, direct transfer film, direct to film. Yeah, there's so many names. I don't know what they're technically going to call it yet, but basically, think of a DTG machine. Instead of printing on a garment, we are going to print on a film, which that film is then powdered and cured, and then becomes a transfer. So that's something that we're going to be offering in January. We're going to, spend the next couple weeks going through our testing process, and we're going to reach out to our customers who we did a lot of printed vinyl with for in 2020 and get them samples to do it. We're going to work with some people at DTGs and have the same artwork side by side and see how that all plays out. So, January has always been our traditional month of, getting things in order for the year. Here's our time to just kind of take that sigh and relief, because usually mid of January, that's when we start pushing for Valentine's Day and pushing things out the door for that and get that out there. Any of the package deals that you can put together. And then you should go right into it. Now for us this year, things are going to change. Vaccines here, I don't know how that's going to affect what happens. I know our kids are going to start back to school. There's no more virtual. I think the 19th of January is when they're going to start back for a limited time. So we're hoping that, here February, March, that we could have an amazing spring because football will be in full effect, softball, baseball, everything will start opening back up as far as big venues that you couldn't do before. So any of your fun runs, any of your 5Ks, any of your outdoor festivities, anything like that that need shirts, guess what? Nobody was able to do anything for a year, so everybody's going to be itching to get out. So what a better time to do than to start getting out there in front of people. Hey, let's start planning for this and do it together. So that's what we're doing. Is we're already planning for the next year. In January we've got the 5 keys starting back up again. Like I said, if you were just starting your business and growing it, and you're not real sure what to do, if you don't know, if I say, hey, so your overhead, what's that cost you an hour? If you just glossed over and you're like, I don't know, you need it. If I could say, hey, what's your percentage profits that you're making off this item? Do you know? Guess what? You need this. If I can say, hey, how's your workflow? What do you have set up, and how do you take your product from there to there? If you say you don't know, you need this. The 5 keys to launching and growing your business is probably, I feel, one of the best programs that we offer. Between that one, the business planning one, which we do in the summer, and then the marketing one in the fall. Those are some amazing training courses that we put together that are there to help you, and we'll keep revisiting them year after year and adding new content as we roll through it because everything is changing. So if you're looking to launch and grow your business or training in general, you can head over to OurSuccessGroup.com. Check out everything that we have over there to offer, from single months all the way up to Masters of Success, which with that one is going to be we're only accepting applications for that one for another 9 days. You can check out all the information on that, get your application in there. We also have, if you're a member of our success group, in January, we are doing a future you party. So we're going to, hey, it's 2025. What have you been doing the last 5 years? Where are you at? We're going to have a future you party. So if you're a member of OSG, check that out. You need to register for it. If you register for it by the 31st, we're going to buy your first drink. What you mean? Hello, we're going to give you $10 so you can buy a drink. Come there and join us for that. Now, you can find the links for those over Our Success Group, and I'll put those down in the descriptions from there. So that's it. That's 2020 in a nutshell. I think I nailed it from there. Any questions, comments, concerns? Where were we at with it? I just kept rolling with it. I'm sorry. I know I was going to stop, but there wasn't a whole lot coming through. Mike, glad you could just stop by and join us to provide resources. That's right. I was started asking clients for the top 3 color choices and list of sizes to see what's actually available. Yeah, good luck with that. You want black? What? Come on now. And it's crazy because you're seeing more and more colors that they're just garbage colors, and they're even gone. What do you do, right? You explain it to your customers. Here's what's going on. This is what we're doing. We're going to do our best to fulfill your order, but for us, we put, due to COVID, not all colors may match. There may be, here, because maybe this ash isn't the same as this ash, or that brand is there because it's not available in all the sizes. We're going to do our best to see what we can do for it. Maria, good to see you. Jesse, good to see you as well. Yep, there is only a couple of the Masters of Success slots left. Amazing group of people who started with the first round of it, and I think any of them would be happy to talk to you about it. I think I'll post something in the group with it because I've got things to do. I've got to post a link for the Masters of Success still application for the Future You Party. We just hit 2,000 members in the Business Basics group, which, if you notice, there was a little change to the Business Basics name for adding sublimation, heat transfer, vinyl, embroidery, and more. Because one of the things that I had ran into was when I was talking to a couple different people that are in other groups, sublimation, HTV, embroidery, like, oh, I didn't realize that's what you did. I thought it was for real businesses. You are a real business. Come on. You right there are a real business. I don't care what you're doing. You're in business. You're a real business. And so I wanted to make sure that they knew, hey, if you're in sublimation, heat transfer, vinyl, embroidery, laser, mold, whatever you're doing, we're going to help you get that, because the principles of work in any business, everything is standard when it comes to business. It's all about the numbers and making sure you make a profit. But now I just want people to know, hey, yes, if you're in this, we're going to help you with it. So business basics for it did have a name change. So go ahead, invite your friends, family, whatever. If you know somebody that can use, some business knowledge, in their crafting business to take it to the next level, that's what that's what we're here for. And as we just hit 2,000 members, we're going to give a prize package away. Now, I'll show more about what's in that prize pack next week, and we'll probably keep that open for 2 weeks. There's going to be products from us, from our spring line. There's going to be some vinyl from the Rhinestone world. There's going to be some heat transfer vinyl from Stalls. There's going to be a couple products in there from Johnson Plastics. So we're trying to get a nice, good prize package together. It's going to be valued at more than $200. So I think that's pretty cool. And I'll get the link for you to sign up for that. And then we'll get numbers and we'll do all that. And I think that'll be the first Tuesday with Todd in January is when we'll do the drawing for that. Because next week, maybe we'll talk DTF. It says it's out for delivery, but yet UPS has already come. I don't know what that means. I don't think I've gotten 2 UPS delivery drivers in one day. So I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out. So that's what we got. Curtis, good to see you. And yes, Terry brings up happy 14th birthday to Delaney. That's my daughter. So she turns 14 today. On a sad note, we did have one of our pets pass away this afternoon. I'm not a real big emotional guy with it, but Corey and the kids are taking a little hard. So, I give them their space on that because I'm not the greatest with that. But we did. They just kind of started having issues this morning, and about 12:25, she goes, I think I'm going to take her to the vet. They called the vet, and they're like, well, if you're not here by 12:30, bring her at 2 o'clock. And so they loaded her up at about 1:30, and she passed on the way there. So, it was a 15-year-old husky. So for those keeping track, that's 2 huskies we've lost this year. What a fun 2020, right? Corey gained a husband and lost 2 dogs. I don't think she got the good deal on that. So, it's been a trying day for there. Where do you sign up for the Future You party? We will have there's a link that I'll make sure I put in the Business Basic Group's OSG page. We'll put that all in there so you can sign up for that. 2021, more personalized short run stuff. Gen Z, yeah, absolutely. And that's where we're hoping we can fulfill a lot of things for it. Year older and more influential. That's what we all are. We're all getting through part of this. I'll kick in a 10-pack of the 3D mask. Awesome. So we'll throw that in there. So now we'll throw in some masks because I got some masks I was going to throw in there too. We've got some fun stuff. We'll put it all together. We'll show you what it's going to be and look for that. I'll probably show that off next week during the Tuesday with Todd, and we'll go from there. But that's it. 53 minutes in. You got my year in review. I think we covered everything. We probably didn't. We probably left out a bunch of stuff. As always, thank you for joining us here. If anybody's got any questions, comments, whatever, toss them up there. I'll give you a couple minutes and we'll bang those out. But things I'd like you to do is if you're on, if you are wherever you're watching, make sure you like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, whether you're at Fat Dad Wholesale from youtube.com/FatDadWholesale or on liveosg.com, make sure that you're hitting that subscribe and make sure you're turning on your notifications. So that's why when we do go live, you'll get it. I really love you guys being over on the YouTube side of things because guess what? We always see those comments. We don't always see them on the Facebook side. If you are always going to watch on Facebook, make sure you head over to StreamYard.com/Facebook, and give them permission. You'll probably have to do that once a month. Seems like the standard operating procedures for them. So just go ahead and know that that's going to happen. If you give them permission, then you should be fine there. Also, check out OurSuccessGroup.com. I think I have all these banners. I should definitely do that. OurSuccessGroup.com. That's where you'll find out about all of our membership packages, monthly packages. In fact, we've got a promo going on right now. If you use the code Coffee Time, we're going to buy you some coffee. We're going to give you 10% off. If you buy for the year in full, you're going to get 10% off. You're going to get, a gift card to a local coffee shop of your choice. You're also going to get a one-on-one consult from Aaron and myself. Invaluable, I think, with that. So definitely check that out. I'll post that up in the group again so you can see that. But head over to OurSuccessGroup.com for that. Members, Masters of Success, that is closing December 31st. So you'll only get 9 days for that. Also, the Future You party, the registration for that in order to get the $10 gift card on us to buy your first drink, that closes on the 31st. So make sure you're checking that as well. Aaron, I believe, is still running a smoking deal on face covers over at montco.biz. So if you're looking for some face covers, you still need those, head over to montco.biz. They sublimate amazing. And if you don't want to sublimate and you have a bulk order, he'll do it. I'm telling you, it's an amazing way to do it. That way you have somebody else just take care of it all for you. They show up done, and then you just deliver them to your customer. So guess what? You made money by just pressing a button. If you know me, you know that's the way I love to do things with it. Is there any other things that I need to hit over here? Like I said, liveosg.com. Make sure you like and subscribe there. StreamYard.com/Facebook. If you're on Facebook and we haven't been able to see you, if you'd like to know more about our success group, Masters of Success, head over to OurSuccessGroup.com/MOS. If you're on YouTube and you wanted to find us over on Facebook, head over to Facebook.com/groups/OSG Business Basics, and you can find us over there. You can use the code 9PHW2 to save 10% off select items over at JP Plus. And I do believe here it is, 1 year anniversary come as you will be virtual party ours at OurSuccess.group/as if. So that's where you can find out the information on that. And I think for the most part, I think we got through that. Oh, to head over, I don't think I have the code in there for stalls. But if you're new to the Rhinestone world, don't know who they are, if you'd head to bit.ly/TRW crew, you'll be able through our affiliate on that side. And there is a code in here, 2020 blanks at montco.biz, to save 50% off blank sublimation masks. Smoking hell of a deal there. You need to check it out. All right. Anything else? All right. That's it. You guys have a great night. Like I said, DTF, that's what we're going to talk about next week. And then I'm going to show you some of the stuff that we're going to do in the prize pack. I'll put all these links in the description and we'll put them up in the groups. You guys, thank you for an amazing year. I wouldn't be where I am without you. And see your responses, the emails, the messages that come back. Hey, that's more than enough for me. Thank you for everything that you've allowed me to do this year. And I look forward to doing it year after year after year after year. And hopefully together we can grow this thing to some amazing things. And if you come to the Come As You Are party, the Future You party, you'll hear about what I'm going to be doing the next 5 years, because guess what? I'm already going to accomplish them. So you guys have a great night. Until next time, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Spend time with your family, spend time with your loved ones, Zoom through the windows, do whatever you got to do. Just know that things are going to get better. They just are. You just have to do what you need to do to make those things happen. So you guys have a great night. We'll see you. We're still going to need to come up with a catchy catch line. That's on you guys to come up with. See you next time. Do all that